Hello and welcome to the South Indian. And today we have a very special person whom I'm going to interview, considering the Telangana elections are almost knocking at our doors. I'm joined by Vivek Venkataswamy, known also as G. Vivek by a lot of people, but he's very famous for being the richest MLA who's going to polls this year. He was, of course, with the BJP and recently has joined the Congress. So let's talk to him straight away. Vivek Venkataswamy, thank you so much for speaking with News 9 Live. I have a question to you is that, you've been with the TRS and you were in the Telangana movement. Then, of course, later you decided that you should come to the BJP. Now you're back to the Congress. And although you've really not spoken very clearly about it, but you said that there were lots of problems within the Bharatiya Janata Party. For the benefit of the viewers, what do you think was really the problem? Was it the Bunty Sajay, Kishan Reddy kind of a conflict which was going on? Was it the outsiders versus insiders problem, which has become perennial there? What exactly made you switch to the Congress party?
Actually, what happened was, I'm originally from the Congress family. And because of the TRS movement, I went to the TRS party so that to achieve Telangana. That was the main reason for switching parties at that point of time. Later on, I wanted to, the way KCR was performing and behaving, the objective of achieving Telangana was missing in the performance of the KCR government. So then and then in 2019 elections, he denied me a ticket for the parliament seat,
Right.
Which he had promised. So and then I tried to get the Congress ticket, but somehow due to inner group politics, I couldn't get the ticket. So I needed a platform to fight against KCR. And I thought the best platform at that point of time was the Bharatiya Janata Party.
But then they
And
apparently, that's what, yeah, I'm sorry to interject, but Vivek Garu, that's what they're saying. That's what reports are saying, that because your son was denied Chennur and also it was very iffy about Peddapalli. That's why you decided time to go back home, almost like Ghar Vapsi.
No. I think they will say whatever they would like to say. But what happened was, when I joined BJP, I was clearly assured that it would be a fight against KCR. The objective was to bring down the KCR government. And that is how we fought relentlessly for last 4 years to create an anti-KCR feeling. And we did it. We were successful. BJP was the alternate party to TRS by winning the Dubak GHMC elections.
Yeah. So what
and
changed?
Then the Huzurabad. So after that, somehow the willingness to fight KCR was down due to various reasons. It's for the BJP High Command to know why they lost the willingness.
You've also gone on record, and correct me if I'm wrong. You said so far as the central leadership is concerned, you said, Vivek Garu, I have no problems, but it is just the local leaders. So whom were you actually insinuating that you had a problem with Bandi, you had a problem with Kishan Reddy, you had a problem with Itala? Who exactly do you had a problem with? Who exactly do you had a problem with?
Actually, I was the guy who brought in most of the leaders into the BJP at that point of time. And the way after the Huzurabad elections, we had a good opportunity in Munugod to win. But some of the group leaders, they somehow throttled that idea. I mean, they were part of the approach of seeing that BJP did not win Munugod. So I was very disappointed because it was not a victory for TRS. It was a defeat for BJP. Right. Because within the BJP, some of the leaders, for their selfish interest, they didn't make...
Like who? Now you can name them. You are in the Congress.
Now it's below the belt, but there is one person who came into the party. We brought him into the party. We made him win the MLA election, but he became too selfish because he thought that
you are pointing fingers at Itala Rajendra. it is very, very clear that you brought him into the party.
Maybe that's the
Yeah.
truth.
So you said
But
that
he was the person
yeah,
who
right.
he
So,
became
but
too
they're saying,
selfish
but what about your
and he
son?
wanted to.
You were trying to get a ticket for your son from Chennur, sir, and also your brother has
No,
already got a
no,
ticket.
no, Mrs. Sudha, you are diverting the discussion. Because my son was nowhere in the scene. We never sought a ticket for my son. This
Right.
is just an afterthought for some of the leaders to malign me. My son was never interested in contesting from Chennai. And I was also not interested in contesting from Chennai. It was the pressure of the people of Chennai who were forcing me to contest because they had an agenda of seeing that the current MLA of the TRS party, he became a big monster in the constituency. So people wanted to throw him off. So they thought they needed a tough candidate who can give him a fight. So I was
Right.
forced to enter into the fray. And actually, in the initial stages, I did mention to the BJP that I'm not interested in contesting for MLA. I'm contesting only for the parliament.
Right.
So to say that I was denied it, my son was denied. My son was nowhere in the scene.
Okay, tell me one
And
thing.
it is
I
only
totally respect.
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Let me finish this. I changed the parties only because my whole objective of joining BJP was to hit KCR. And the way the politics were going on, I felt that the willingness to hit KCR was going down.
All right.
So
But yeah,
it
so
looked like
considering
as if ultimately, we will be working for KCR by
right.
being in BJP.
Yeah,
So I
that's
had
what
to
pretty much the Congress
switch.
is saying, that the BJP is the B team of the BRS or vice versa. They're all talking about a hung, assembly. They're talking about them stitching up an alliance post elections. But Vivekaru, I want to ask you something. Itala Rajendra also came to the BJP with the purpose of defeating KCR Garu, and he's going to prove it in Gajwel. You see, the thing is that Itala Rajendra said his arrogance, I will bring it down. So somewhere, don't you think the BJP is still very, very focused on that aspect of showing KCR the door, as it were?
I have my own doubts. If that was the situation, definitely there would have been a hung parliament. But I don't see that kind of situation happening in Telangana. Please understand, I did mention to Mr. Nadda when we met him, sir, the perception amongst the people is both BJP and BRS are together. And if BJP doesn't fight BRS properly, it will be a cakewalk win for the Congress. Because people in Telangana want an alternative to KCR. They are fed up with the corruption. They are fed up with the family rule of KCR. And they want to change. They don't want a hung parliament. So if BJP doesn't give a spirited fight, it is going to be a one-sided Congress win.
Right.
But
Also
I didn't
because
find
right.
the seriousness in
Yeah.
BJP to take
Also,
up that challenge.
yeah. So, look at you, look at Komti Reddy, Rajagopal Reddy, all of them have, joined the Congress. Now, of course, you are saying you're not interested in assembly, you're looking at the parliamentary elections. But the point is that a lot of people, experts are saying that because they were denied the due, what due was, considering that you've had a long and a very strong, illustrious career, if I may say so. So does Mr. Komti Reddy, Rajagopal Reddy's brother is also in the Congress. Is it somewhere that the BJP somehow, much like what the Congress was earlier, does not respect local satraps, local leaders?
I mean, I was a little bit disappointed in the last 6 to 8 months in BJP because I always thought BJP was a disciplined party and they will ensure that groups are not there. Justice would be done to various people who work hard for the party. But I saw that somewhere just before the Karnataka elections, I saw that missing in BJP. They didn't act at the right time when people were giving leaks to the press. They were creating groups. They were projecting themselves as big leaders. And I think somewhere the information to the High Command was being manipulated. And I don't think the High Command was getting correct information for them to take correct decisions. That is why if you see the graph of BJP, which was around 33-34% vote share, fell to 12% vote share. So that clearly shows that many of the
a
decisions,
lack of communication between the
BJP
local
took,
leaders and the central leadership, which is very unusual for the Bharatiya Janata Party, Vivek Garu.
Lack of correct feedback to the
correct feedback.
Central.
Also, which means that a lot of doubts and, there is a lot of
that's
suspicion.
exactly.
Can I ask you one thing, sir? The papers have reported today
I was
that,
also of the opinion.
Amit Shah
I was also of the opinion that the RSS information, the intelligence information, and all this information would be collated, and a proper assessment of the situation would be done. But I found that missing.
All right. They are saying that, the manifesto, the BJP may release the manifesto tomorrow, but, you are quoted in that. They say, since you left, the committee hasn't met at all, even once. So there seems to be a lot of confusion. There seems to be a lot of questions, self-doubt. I mean, I do not know how true this is. But is it true that, that the BJP, what it means is, Vivek Garu, if you look at the larger picture, rather than these small little things, is maybe the BJP is not able to come together, sir, to take decisive decisions, as it were.
I think they bet on the wrong horses. Although Kishan Reddy was made the state president, I don't think he has full control of the state party. They have encouraged various other people who don't have the right leadership qualities. So naturally, there is something lacking in how BJP is going forward. As I was the chairman of the manifesto committee,
yeah,
I did give them a very good draft manifesto. Within a week, I gave them a draft manifesto. Okay. And I didn't find them wanting to release the manifesto, which was very good, which would have ensured that BJP was in the fight for the elections. And today they say that the BJP manifesto is delayed because I left the party. It's not true, because the draft BJP was in their hands for more than 10 days before I left.
Vivek Garu, tell me something. Prime Minister Modi's announcement that if they come to power, they will have a BC, someone from the BC, as the chief minister. How do you look at it? Don't you think that this is a larger game plan? It seems almost like the BJP has signed out for 30th of November.
They definitely signed out for 30th of November. And as far as the BCM is concerned, it is a good idea to project a BC candidate for the chief minister's position. But I think the way they went about, this should have been done at least a year before, created a strong leader. When there is a strong BC leader only, you can have a combination of various BC castes into a BC leader. But I don't think currently there are a culmination of various BC castes to project a single BC leader. So this game plan they should have tried earlier, or if in case they had projected Bandi Sanjay as the BC leader, because he was already the president of the party, True. Then they would have yielded results. But I think their idea of projecting somebody else as a BC leader and then again last minute announcing, I don't think they'll get mileage out of that announcement, because there is no combination of BC candidates.
Vivek Venkataswamy, thank you so much for speaking with the South Indian. Thank you indeed, sir.